think you all officially, I think the NFL officially approved the purchase.
Unofficially approved. Yeah.
Unofficially. So what I heard is they drew like straws or something like that. They took a vote and they were like, well, we all kind of want Dan to sell the team, but they still got to take it to the owners. So I think we all gonna know Thursday. I think we'll know by Thursday. But I gotta put my left hand up just for now
For those
because
who
you.
watching,
For,
that's still my left
no,
hand.
yeah, it still is. Yeah, it flips. So for those that are watching, you all may finally get that new owner. You may be going back to RFK, but this is not my team. This is your moment, Joe. So I'm gonna let you take it away. How you feeling?
So I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling great. I don't want to talk too much about the ownership situation because, listen, that's not my game right there. It's not. All right. But all I do know is this, that I do believe that it's going to happen. It's inevitable. It's all about timing. What I don't want to happen is like having ownership drama talks during the season. I don't want that because I'm excited about this season, man. Like, it's like the timing of this ownership stuff is perfect for where we got as an organization, where we got as a coaching staff, where we got as players. It's perfect timing. I look at our team, right? I look at a team who went out, who has a head coach who's on a hot seat, kind of. Since he's been here, we've been a 500 type team. Yeah, we made the playoffs with a losing record at 7-9 during the COVID year. But outside of that, we haven't made the playoffs as Ron Rivera has been a head coach. We haven't had quarterbacks since Ron Rivera has been a head coach. Our quarterback, don't forget, we traded for Alex Smith when Ron Rivera was there. All right. So I think we know we had Jay Gruden still, I think we had Jay Gruden when we traded for Alex Smith, if I'm not mistaken. All right. I'm not sure. It was in 2018. So we haven't had great quarterback play. We've been a 500 type team. So Ron Rivera has to have winning ways this year to keep his job because it's new ownership coming in. Whenever new ownership coming in, I mean, we saw it in the NBA. There, we saw Monty Williams get fired, right? Soon ownership came in. So that's how it works. So Ron Rivera's in the hot seat, and then he went out and did something that most older coaches don't do, i.e. Belichick, is get somebody who was great somewhere else to come work for you in your system, right? Belichick is not like that. We talk about that. He's not going to go out there and get somebody to make him uncomfortable. Eric Bieniemy, two-time Super Bowl champion as an offensive coordinator. Last 5 years was an offensive coordinator for the number one offense in the NFL. Obviously, he had Andy Reid there, and he couldn't get a job. So he's on a hot seat. His first time literally calling plays, being in charge of the offense. And on top of that, y'all decided not to go get a quarterback and y'all going to stick with Sam Howell, a fifth-round quarterback who only played one game last year? Yo, that's not by accident. It's something brewing right here in Washington. It's something brewing. Don't forget, at UNC, Sam Howell, when he had all his weapons, he was projected to be number one quarterback draft after draft. But obviously, he had to keep playing. He wasn't eligible yet. And then he lost all his players that were key to the NFL. And his numbers didn't drop. His percentage actually went up. His yards were kind of the same. I think TDs went down, but the record went down. And then his stock went down all the way to fifth-round pick. Kind of like Kirk Cousins. Sound like Kirk Cousins to me. So we steal him in the fifth round, and not about to start him. We got a chance to build around him. I look at our team, our receiving core. I think our receiving core is one of the best receiving cores in the league. At least top 5. It's all the top of my head. At least top 5 receiving core. You're talking about Terry McLaurin, who on Madden in the top 10, better than everybody in the division according to Madden. We got John Dawson, who's going to explode this year, and we got Curtis Samuels. With Eric Bieniemy, oh my God, this dude, Brother Jacob. Stop playing, man. He's trolling right now. He's trolling. All right. So with Eric Bieniemy coming from the Andy Reid offense, all of our receivers, including De'Ami Brown, who played with Sam Howell, all of our receivers can do damage with the ball in the hand. All of our receivers. John Dawson actually ran punts in college. So Terry McLaurin, we know how he does. Ask Jerry Slay. But all of our receivers are good with the ball in their hands. Then you look at our running backs. Eric Bieniemy is a running back guy. Brian Robinson, who got shot, came back during the season and had almost 900 yards, almost 1,000 yards, basically, right, with a short season in his rookie year. Antonio Gibson, who is a flex type player who can play receiver and running back, man. And the defense, Ron Rivera, all he could do is focus on the defense. Top 3 defense last year. If you look at the defensive line, you got Payne, Sweat, who's playing for a contract, Chase, who's playing for a contract, and Jonathan Allen. Then you got my man Manuel in the back in the cornerback position, right? Going to create turnovers. Benjamin St. Juice might be hard pro this year, by the way, y'all. Cam Curl, best safety in our division. I'm so excited about this year, man. So with this ownership cloud coming out the way, and we can just focus on football. We don't have to have no press conferences of Ron Rivera getting asked about the ownership. He can just talk about what happened in the game and talk about what we're going to do next game. Then I feel like it's going to be a cloud taking over, and immediately we're going to have some success. So I'm excited about this year. So appreciate you.
Hold up.
Uh-oh.
I was waiting for some common sense to come in here, man. You was on a rant just now. You said because the wide receiver comment. Hold on now. The trio, top 10,
top 5 in the league.
Top 5,
top 5 receiving core. Name me 5 right now. Better than our receiving core.
You talking about with a CD Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. I don't know who that third receiver is.
Yeah, they don't have a third one.
Whoever that third is, but hey, come on now. You may have forced the fumble, but still, man. But this not the moment for that. It's not the moment for that. I just want to say this. Dave, you can go after I say this.
I was going to tell you go anyway. This is your division. You go ahead.
Dan Snyder, 24-year record. All right.
Please don't talk about this.
56 games under 500.
Oh my God.
That's 164 to 220 with a 2-6 mark in the playoff. That dark cloud, man.
Wow.
I know you happy, man. I know you happy. I know you happy. So I just had to throw that out there. I'm not here to pick on your receiver ranking right now. I'm not ready for that. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna definitely find 5 because I just named 1 in Dallas. I know that. The Bengals.
Cincinnati is the other one.
The Bengals. I want to say, what about the Ravens? But look, I'm not. We'll get back to that.
The Ravens?
Yeah, right. Come on, man. The Parkway right there. But yeah, this dark cloud needs to be lifted, man. I'm tired of like family members and friends. You know, I'm tired of you all being sad during the season. So now you got the new theme song out here. You know, things are looking right. Chase is actually not rehabbing, he's training. So everything's on the up and up. And Saquon might not play this season. So that's another team in the division you might not have to worry about. So you can make the playoffs this year. So NFL, do the right thing and let this man buy this team. But Commanders, don't win too many games because I got something to prove in the chat too, Dave.
We will make the playoffs.
For me, the only thing I have to say about the situation is that when this goes through, there's absolutely no more excuses to say that Daniel Snyder is the reason why we can't win. You have a brand new ownership now. You have a great offensive assistant now as your assistant head coach.
Yeah.
Like you said, Ron Rivera now is in charge of the defense.
Mm-hmm.
So defense should be fine.
Uh-huh.
Y'all chose to not draft another quarterback and keep Sam Howell and have him start the season as the number 1 quarterback.
Preach to him, David.
I ain't preaching. I'm just saying there should be there's absolutely no excuses this year for the Commanders to say that this is barring injuries. Let's put this. Let me say this. Barring any injuries to any major players, there's no excuses for you guys not to play well this year. As Mark has said on his top 5 for players next year, he's expecting Brian Robinson to be one of the top 5 players that were a rookie last season. If this happens, you should make the playoffs. If you do not make the playoffs, then what's next? That's all I have to. That's all I want to
know. Oh, my bad. That's what's next.
Book it. We in the playoffs. Book it right now.
Oh, that was 2018 though with Alex Smith. You was right about that. That was 2018.
I forgot who that coach was. Was it Jay Gruden or was it Ron Rivera? I think it was Jay Gruden still.
It had to have been Jay.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait. I want to address this comment though. Okay, the game from Brother Jacob. I don't know you, but Joe has talked about you. We know you're the Minnesota Vikings fan.
Dave, he trolling.
Oh,
He trolling, bro.
okay. All right, all right, all right, all right.
He trolling.
I no longer need to address this comment then.
Every time I
go
see
ahead.
this dude, he be hyping up, saying how like he being a fan, but he trolling the whole time.
Go ahead, Tomo.
Well, from good.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.